Hello folks, and welcome to Erannorth Reborn. Today we will be continuing with our journey, and we will be playing with a Nephilim hunter, and most of our points will go to intellect to boost the hand size to 5. Now this one point, I guess we can put it in agility. We'll play normal, name is set, portrait is set, ready to go. So let's check out our perks. At this level we can pick one of the factions. Let's pick the defenders of Folk's Wave. Maybe we will get some nice allies along the way. And if you are curious what allies this will give you, you can go to the player's handbook and type here defenders of Folk's Wave. And these are the allies that you can get. Let's go back, and I will be also getting tough. Okay. Skills, as you can see, locked behind mastery. Equipment, a silver dagger, and deck builder, empty deck. By this opportunity, let's check out the filters panel. You can click it to open it, and you will sort cards by element. You can sort them by tier or evolution. No one has levels, action costs, race, class, organization, not in deck. We emptied. So, and up here you will see the code or the filter that you can type to get this result. So if I wanted to find, let's add these cards to my deck. If I wanted to find the cards that are not in deck and cost actions less than 2, for example, I would be getting these results, and this is the active filter, not show deck and actions less equal to 2. Okay, so if you want to clear this filter, the easiest way is to press B or click here. Let's also toggle the filters panel out. I used the F key for that. And you also have some other filters here to show backpack cards, commodities, allies, or the actions, or return back to the old view, but the unfiltered view. Okay, so Q, I will open a split view, get an angelic shield, our animal companion, blade of radiance, 3 camouflage. Let's make the camouflage 2 and make these guys 3. 1 rune of awareness, 2 rune of mending, and 1 tripwire trap. So this is our deck. Now you may notice, maybe let's go like so. This is a multicast card, and if you click here, you will read that actions with multicast consume X concentration instead of 1. So this card will consume 2 concentration instead of 1. And the moment your concentration drops to 0, any actions you play after that will give you fatigue. So something to be mindful about. Okay, let's see what we have here. Wicked enemy. A mystic, he can dispel stuff from us. Shadow. And we can see their abilities. You can also click to see if they have any known weaknesses like silver blessed, they will appear here. While when we hover on them, we only see their known immunities. And that's for the enemies you have defeated, otherwise it will appear that you don't have any information for that. Let's add some mass here. Now another valuable lesson is that you don't refill your action points fully. You get a certain amount only. So in this case our action points per turn are 7. And if you spend more than 7 action points consistently, at some point you will find yourself deprived of your actions when you need them the most. So another thing to be mindful about. Let's add a leap of faith to deck. We will gain vulnerable 4 when we play this card, but that can drop to vulnerable 2. And in this case it's a negative defend value that is applied to our character, and the first enemy that will attack us will deal more damage. So if this is a finish card or starts a combo that will empty the table, all the better. If not, you might have a problem. Especially since it's a reaction, which means that if you have it in your hand, then you have to play it. This is a ranged card. I don't think we have many ranged cards currently. Let's check here. And you will notice that this pane is still here in the remaining draws, and you can toggle it on off with the Q key. So these are the cards that are still in our draw pile, and these are all the cards in our deck, and you can click to see a card that you don't remember what it does. So yes, we don't have much ranged. So let's get this and add it to our stash and continue. I pressed L to open the lock, and if you want to see these details like I do, I'm seeing these details because I'm in the compact rules, and if you choose this verbose log or any option underneath it, it will have the verbose log on. So the first one says always show detailed card rules, and it's the default. Second, detailed rules only in codex entry. This means that you won't be seeing them down here in the preview like we don't. This one will, it's basically this rule plus verbose log, and this is these two plus compact rules. So that's what we have active. And you can also toggle this, as I was saying, with the plus key. Verbose mode off, verbose mode on. Okay, his only place to heal, back at full. So let's make sure that he will get as much damage as we can. He didn't. It's okay. The less action points you burn, the better. Now let's leave. Let's add 4 intense damage to our blade thrust. 10 damage for the infantry. And we can synergize damage to our next card too. I can maybe defeat this one as well. So multicast will affect both enemies because it has multicast too, and it will start from the first enemy. So even if you use it here, it won't target this enemy and this enemy. It will still start from the first enemy. So if you want, you can rearrange the enemies. And if you add a damage synergy, it will apply to both copies that you create with multicast. So we'll be seeing that in the log. So both enemies took damage, and here multicast triggered by tripwire trap, and this energy was active. Concentration cost 2. Creating and playing a copy of tripwire trap to Spymaster. As you can see, it's a stun 1, vulnerable 3, deal 2 to 4 damage. Creating and playing a copy of tripwire trap to Sword Infantry, this guy here. It's a stun, vulnerable, and deal 2 to 4 damage again. So both of them got damage, both of them got the stun. Well, this one got it, but our damage removed it, and he resisted it. And both got the vulnerable counters. No, we don't have it. Animal Companion is a card that it's very important to the hunter. You can start by summoning your wolf, who is a permanent ally and has the track ability, which will be very useful against animals, or just to give you this nice damage energy for one. So this is an equipment that you have absolutely no reason not to use. So cost 0 and will resist 1 slashing, and once it evolves it will resist 2 slashing, and if you get something better you can change it. It's one of the few auto-equip items. Okay, so first let's get this damage synergy. Now I can click this button, and when I click right click to get my track, you will notice now that I can deal 3 to 7 slashing damage. That's the synergy added to my wolf ability. And because I clicked here, smart casted enemy actions will target automatically knock them contact. So right click, target here, she dies. Let's add this track to our tripwire trap, and I can just right click, it will target the first 2 enemies. Our wolf companion can also attack. He will deal +1 damage. You can see down there in the right corner it says vulnerabilities 2, resistance -1, and ley line is something that you will meet in the sandbox mode and can affect greatly your damage. So he will get +1. This means 3 to 6, which may or may not kill him. So we can also just use our dagger. Let's get the torch to our stash. And a bone ring. You never know when it's going to be needed. So now I can spend 10, keeping in mind that when I get to this node I will only regenerate 7. Heroic Tales. Mentor target non-undead. Gain 3 experience. So I can make my wolf into a bard and teach him this ability, which then can target a non-undead, have them gain 3 XP, and all our allies will get +1 health. Or I can get track or illumination. I will get illumination actually and add it to my deck. Let's energize damage here to tripwire trap. If you are curious why +4 becomes 2 to 5 Bludgeonic, that's because we have only +1 Bludgeonic modifier. So this card gets a +5 damage because all benefits are applied retroactively. This means the base 4 plus our Bludgeonic bonus 5, and then it becomes to the halfway point rounded down 2 to 5 Bludgeonic damage. Let's use it on these two guys. Vulnerable also amplifies that damage, so it's more deadly than it looks. Let's attack. When you attack, both the enemy and your ally suffer damage. But since our companion dealt the killing blow, they got some more experience. And once they gain enough experience, they will level up and become much tougher. So animals, that's perfect. We have 3 animals too. And animal bane +10 means that's 10 intense damage. So bye bye. We can now add some damage. Let's try our silver dagger. 3 to 7 slashing, 3 to 6 light. And we also have a card in our backpack, which is this torch here, and it's also animal bane and has 5 uses, and we can just fetch it using this backpack pad. Kill the leopard. And it's still back in there with 4 more uses. So, quite nice. Let's add rapid shot to our stance. We don't have much range, and that might be a problem. So let's build a ranged collection while we still can. So, Captain Clayton. Non-weaknesses, blessed. Start with this one. Now we can let this card unravel, and we will gain 2 action points, or we can play the Go Hand option, which will trigger a Teamwork Chaotic. Let's see what that does. Okay, so Teamwork Chaotic is basically a synergy, but it needs to exhaust an active ally, and then we get synergy of the effect plus the ally level or the PC level, whichever is lower. So this is level 2, I am level 1, the lower denominator is me, 1, so it will be a synergy of chaotic plus 5. Let's use it here. And the chaotic plus 5 deals 3 to 7 piercing chaotic damage, means to a random target, or 4 to 8 light chaotic damage, or depends which card you will put it on. Let's put it on the silver dagger. So it also hit the skeleton. Reactivate the companion. Get a track card. I will just use this. You can also attack. Okay, that wasn't very good. He used his defensive stance. And continue. Overall, it's a better strategy to first use your weapon and then use the quick draw card to fetch it back. But since he was dead and he didn't know it, didn't matter much. We still haven't got a level. Notice that when your ally is unexhausted, they will heal, usually 2 hit points. And there are some perks in some classes that will make that a better benefit. So we have these 2 guys to deal with first. Let's knapsack him. Level up. We got a level, and let's see what we got. Unleash. Nice. So Unleash has a teamwork damage of plus 6. And we can use it on our companion. And this Unleash will replace my we can replace one camouflage and one hunter brew. on superhuman reflexes. Blade thrust. But keep in mind that the problem with Unleash, no matter how great card it is, your wolf companion needs to be active. You can also choose to train him when you have the spare action points. This card will get better the more you use it, so its training session will be more fruitful. But for now, let's go hunt. It's chaotic damage. I don't even have to target. So right click will go here. Let's reactivate our wolf. We wasted a precious energy. It's okay. The important thing about making mistakes is learning from them. Let's study the grimoire, heroic tales, spirit bane oil, and illumination. Now, the reason I want illumination is because it gets very interesting when it levels up. So let's deck it. Let's get bolas. So we can start by bludgeoning the two skeletons. We can unleash our wolf companion. The teamwork bonus is 2. The minimum of our 2 levels. I am level 2, he's level 2, so that's 2. And when you add damage synergy, you should also take a note both on the card level but also on the element. For example, this guy here resists slashing but takes +1 light damage. So if I had to choose between a 3 to 6 light or a 3 to 6 slashing, then the 3 to 6 light would be a better option. Now of course it's much more, so still this card deals damage on its own and we can use it. So the card that doesn't deal damage or the card that deals damage of an element that the enemy takes more damage is the best choice. Witchcraft ritual. Let's move on. Nothing to see here. Okay, I will start with a damage synergy in my tripwire trap. We don't know much about this guy, but he's a temptress, so he's undead, he's wicked. Let's use our silver dagger, superhuman reflexes, get it back, use it again. This should be enough. You can also attack with your wolf. And healing spells, like this Angelic Shield for example. If I play it on my character, I will get heal 5. If I play it on an enemy, I will get heal 5. But if I play it on the ally, he will get heal 5. I will still get defend and resist dark. But healing can target allies and it will heal him instead. This requires alchemy too to use it. Expertise alchemy, it's a universal discipline. We can get it if we want. We should probably get it if we want to become a proper hunter. And remember that hunter is Erannorth is not a woodsman that hunts animals in the woods. It's someone that hunts masters, more like a witcher, for example. So alchemy would be a good match for this character. Anyway, let's stash this card and also add this to our inventory. Now these nodes where we don't have a battle, it's a good opportunity to spend action points. Let's maximize our illumination cards. And now that I got this card, it's in my discard pile, so if you notice I have only an inscribe runes left to draw, and I could shuffle my deck if I wanted, but then I would lose these cards as well. No need to do that. We come across a caravan. We can rest, we can buy rations. Let's see his wares, not that we can buy much. What we have here, these 4 cards. And you notice that it replaced his merchandise, so there can only be one card window open. Keep that in mind too. Let's buy the rations and the rest. Non-immunities, envenomed, entangled, they are the same. Envenomed, entangled too. Okay. Let's start with Unleash. 8 to 16 damage. Defend, draw. 6 to 12. Go hunt. You can also right click, it will target your companion. Chaotic is a +6 now. We get a +2 bonus, so it gets better. And I can use this Hunter's Brew to deal that damage. Reactivate. No. It's always a good idea to think your next move. Okay, so let's add this Rune of Mending in our Tripwire Trap. And it won't heal 6, it will heal 12 because it will be casted 2 times. So I don't have to target, it will target automatically the first enemy. And we got 6 and 6. Yes, as I was saying, first count your action points. Let's use this. Let's use the illumination in the zombie Gaul and this +4 into our tripwire trap. So if you want your tripwire trap to actually stun the enemy, then the better option is not to synergize damage in it. But otherwise it's a nice card to deliver damage to multiple targets, especially if you have a good Plagionic affinity. Let's test this. What we have here, witches. Silver to silver, because teamwork damage. 6 to 12 light, piercing. Now we can't use this, he's exhausted. That was retribution. Flank. Let's unleash. Synergize damage here. I can still use this card to get the healing synergy if I want and the retribution, so why not get this retribution, because we can't access it and I don't want to use any backpack card. Superhuman reflexes. The next hit has a vulnerable 4, it gets the card level, remember that, and a 4 intense damage. So this vulnerable +2 intense +2 becomes vulnerable 4 intense 4. While here it's added to the vulnerable and it's 2 intense, and here it's 2 and 2, and where you put the synergy is very important. Open chest, let's get the 2 bombs. And we have Cornwell, fellow exorcist. Okay. We don't have the potential to stun him, but we can stun the minions if we want it. For starters though, I will start with this. This will give us retribution 8 because it will be casted twice, so let's do it on his minions. And this will give us intense 4. Summer's Flask. Unrelease. Actually, I want to finish him, so I will get no, I don't want to use my bombs on him though. I was hoping for something less flashy. He healed, he has pretty good healing back at 17, but he can't heal as long as he has this healing counter here, so at least for the next turn. Go hunt, right click, chaotic. He got the chaotic damage though, so all good. And we are on stage 3. Let's use track, reactivate. We can draw a card. Let's play this. This one will take more from light. Now that was a nice example of overspending, and well, it's not matter much in this case. We have him, but you should be careful. Let's get the net trap in our stash. And continue. Lycan Skirmisher. Known weaknesses: silver. Immunities: vulnerable. Okay. We have one silver card. I guess those two girls are also weak to silver, so we can deal 16 damage. But maybe we can make it more. Immune to vulnerable, resisted stun, so not immune to stun. We can bolster our defense a bit. Also got retribution. Silver is nice when you come to fight with monsters like anthropes, vampires and so on. Draw. Add to inventory. You never know when we will meet an enemy that they will try to frostbite us, and we will have the answer in our backpack. Rigor mortis. Non-weaknesses, silver. Exiled mystic. Non-weaknesses, silver. He's a vampire. Not non-weaknesses. Okay, so these two will take more damage from silver, and as it happens we have a silver dagger, which we can add more damage to it, like so. He will also take more damage from dark, so he's quite resistant in light, but we want to kill him nevertheless. So let's check what we have in our backpack, and let's minimize this and click this backpack button. I would be willing to use a torch on him, but not these. It's okay, let's use this. I don't want him to be silly. Redraw and hit again. Now I would be more worried about bleeding if we were in a tough mode like Agent, where bleeding persists and doesn't clear when you advance nodes, but in normal it will clear out when we change nodes, so not so worrisome. In modes like Agent, cards like this one, Cure Bleeding, are a necessity to have. Okay, let's toss it. And it's time to change our armor. We got this nice Hunter's Vest, which has an upkeep, but it's okay because it will evolve to give us these nice resistances. And we got a level and we didn't spend anything. So let's check our perks. We have 100 perk points. We spent 2 levels and didn't get anything. So we can boost our enemy bane animals, but also our teamwork damage by +1. Gain willpower and enlightenment, boost our piercing, or our fire damage. Your light damage and dark resistance increase by +1, retribution and wrath, dark resistance and resist dark. When the perk says dark resistance, it refers to this dark resistance, and resist dark effects, when it says effects, always refer to cards. Vigilant and reflexes, alchemy training. Okay, so I will get I will get athletic first and alchemy training after. Most are quite expensive, so and strength will boost our blood zonic modifier. Okay, so now we have alchemy expertise +1, which means that we can use this cure bleeding potion if necessary, but not the filter of dream walking. We can also visit the town, check if there are any allies we want to have and we can afford. Not much at this point, let's sell something. Won't be using this anymore. I like my silver dagger, but this is offhand, I could have used it. This could be useful if we didn't have any allies. And this would also be a nice offhand. So I don't want really to buy anything at the moment. A hand crossbow. Yes, I will buy it. Also equipped. We can learn something new. Add this to stars. So now we have both the main and the offhand. Now we can start with Unleash. Now the bonus is +3, because both of us are level 3, so it goes the minimum level. And as you can see, it's 6 to 12 blood zonic now that we can deal. Is there anyone more susceptible? This one and this one. No resistance is good resistance. And this one is slashing. Both resist. He doesn't resist piercing, so let's use our cards on him. Now this cloak could be nice now that we can have sneak attacks, but we can also use camouflage and sneak attack. Silver dagger. add the intents here. Study the grimoire, draw. So we have some vampire wicked guys here that take +2 from light. Let's use illumination to amplify light. Scribe runes, some light damage. He was lucky. We had to spend more cards than we wanted. Let's see what we can get. Bandits. So the more things your backpack has, the more unreliable it gets. So try to keep that in mind. Okay, and we are on our way to the boss. This is a good backpack card to have, as is this. That's also a nice weapon. Even if you don't want to use it, tier 3 will net you a good price. But I will get the bomb. I like my combination. Sergeant Crenshaw. Let's start with his minions. Let's draw this. let's trigger this synergy with our wolf, 3 to 7 slashing. Shield and reinforcements, but we are doing pretty well. Let's draw this to our hand. He is doing pretty well too. Okay. But on the bright side, his shield is almost over. He won't be able to heal for 4 turns, so I think it's going well for us. That's what I was looking for, but we don't have action points to draw it. Let's draw it now. He has good physical resistance and light resistance. Fire deals good damage to him. So he still can't heal. Retribution was nice. Retribution bypasses many protective shields and stuff. Crenshaw down. Let's heal. And no. +9 and sneak attack. Okay, so that was it. Crenshaw down, and we are on the next stage. I will stop recording this part now. I hope you had fun watching the hunter in action, and if I'm going over something way too fast, you can comment below and let me know so I can explain it better, or try to. That's all folks, I will be seeing you next time. Have a good night.